Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to speak about a new release from the house of Prada. It's another release in the Infusion line, which is really great. And this time the Infusion line introduces Infusion de Gingembre, which is basically infusion of ginger. And the thing is that we see also that after, I would say, two bad releases from this line where Prada kind of they changed their contract. They used to use Puig as their contractor for producing their perfumes, and they changed to L'Oreal. Yeah, well, what can you do? And then they had two releases in this line of vanilla, infusion of vanilla, and the infusion of ylang ylang, which I found incredibly boring and not really good. And that's because I think they changed the perfumer, which was kind of in charge or brought the DNA of Prada into Prada, which is Daniela Rochandrir, which was actually the one responsible for most of the Prada lines that we know today. Whether it's the Infusion line, most of the perfumes in this line were created by her, whereas the L'Homme or Le Femme line that you know, and it's very successful, the whole soapy kind of thing of Prada was created by Daniela. She's also in charge of Prada's other line, which is Miu Miu, and the perfumes over there, and she's back. So actually there was a release before the ginger infusion, which was Infusion de Ginger, which is infusion of figs, and that was also a really good one. Actually, should do a video about that. But anyway, we're here to speak about the ginger one, which is great, and I'm so glad that Daniela is back for creating the perfumes at Prada, which she should, because she created the DNA, and then taking other perfumers we don't really understand the DNA of Prada, I would say, is a bit problematic. And a little bit of a Prada, I mean, being a fashion house, if you're aware with the Prada aesthetics and kind of like the Prada philosophy, and you're aware with the woman, Miuccia Prada, you know that Miuccia Prada is considered the intellectual of the fashion world, that everything has an intention to it and a lot of thought behind it, and kind of like disruption of things. They were called like ugly chic back there in the 90s, and that's the epitome of Prada, of taking things which are mundane or kind of like ugly and twist them around or have another perception of them and turn them into something which is really chic, unique, and different. And so the perfumes from Prada are kind of like the same, I would say. They're very different when it comes to the rest of the market, and they have their own uniqueness and DNA. And we have Infusion de Gingembre here, which is really great. I think it's one of the most kind of like ginger-focused fragrances that I smelled, and I can say that really ginger is the star of this fragrance. It's not really encompassed by any kind of like other ingredients that you only get like ginger at the top notes and then it evaporates and it's just the same. It's really made well. It gives you the experience of the spiciness, the powderiness, and the sweetness of the ginger all together, and it creates something which is very warm, very fizzy, but at the same time very bitter, I would say, and it also woody. So Prada liked these juxtapositions between things, so it could be also sweet and also kind of like powdery and also bitter and also kind of spicy. So it's a perfume that kind of gives you the whole experience of kind of like the zing of ginger, but also the deeper elements of it. And it really a great summer fragrance in that kind of manner. I didn't have the chance to try it in winter because it was just launched like a couple of months ago, and it's you know, it's summer right now, so no winter right here where I live, so we'll need to wait a lot, but I'm sure it will work also very well in winter. And we have notes of ginger, of course, and vetiver and mastica and things like that, which create like a whole experience. And it reminds me of a perfume from Luban, which I think it's called Ginger Fizz. It's kind of reminiscent of that one, where Ginger Fizz goes more of like an old lady kind of thing, even though it's a good old lady kind of thing, but it's very reminiscent of it. But Ginger Fizz is something very weak, I would say, and subdued, and it goes kind of like on the bitter powdery side. It was said to be Grace Kelly's main choice of fragrance that she used to use. At least that's what the rumor said. But Infusion de Gingembre is really, really warm and cool at the same time, and also a little bit acidic and a little bit spicy, and it's great. It's just great. Like, you feel the wind coming down like your face and your neck, and you feel really the warmth of it, and it's a happy fragrance. It's really happy, and it will make you feel happy. So go and try Infusion de Gingembre from the Infusion line of Prada. Highly recommended. So thank you for sniffing with me, and if you would like to hear more reviews and kind of like plans I'm planning for the future, don't forget to press the bell button so you'll get notified. Bye!